Hello everybody, welcome to my channel Language and Literature. Today I want to talk about adjective elaborately. This lecture is going to talk about what adjective is, and it will also show you where we can use adjectives in sentences, and finally this lecture will deal with various types of adjectives. Let's start with the definition. Adjective qualifies or modifies noun and pronoun. While qualifying or modifying noun and pronoun, adjective gives extra information about that particular noun and pronoun. For example, if I say Karim is a boy, Karim is a boy is a sentence. If I want to add extra information about that particular noun boy, we can insert adjective. For example, Karim is a good boy. Now we know something more about boy. How is the boy? Boy is a good boy. Similarly, we can use bad boy, we can use better boy, we can use the best boy. We can use different types of adjective in order to qualify that particular noun and pronoun. And secondly, if we go to talk about the placement of adjective, that means where we should use adjective in the sentences, we can say adjective sits before and after a noun, but adjective cannot sit before a pronoun. Adjective can only sit before after a pronoun. So adjective can pre-modify and post-modify a noun, but adjective cannot pre-modify a pronoun. For example, Karim is a boy. Here boy is a common noun, and if I say Karim is a good boy, that means the boy has been preceded by an adjective good. So we can see how adjective can be used before a noun. Adjective can also be used after a noun. For example, Karim is happy. Here happy has been preceded by a noun. Here Karim is that noun. So we can understand that adjective can be used before and after a noun, but adjective cannot be used before a pronoun. For example, we can say he is sad, but there is no way we can use any adjective before he, she, it, or they, or I, or you. We cannot use any kind of adjective before any pronoun. So as far as placement is concerned, we can say adjective can pre-modify and post-modify a noun, but adjective cannot be used before a pronoun. Adjective can only be used after a pronoun. So when we are done with the definition and the placement of adjective, we can talk about various types of adjectives. When we go to talk about various types of adjectives, we can talk about proper adjective. We have qualitative adjective, we have quantitative adjective, we have numerical adjective, and we have a pronominal adjective. So let's start with the proper adjective. Proper adjective refers to those adjectives which actually originate from proper noun. Can you remember what proper noun is? I talked about proper noun elaborately in a separate video in the noun section. So proper noun refers to or indicates any definite name. For example, if I say Bangladesh, if I say America or India, these are proper noun because these words refer to any particular name. So if any adjective come from the proper noun, it is called proper adjective. For example, we can use Bangladeshi in the place of Bangladesh, and this Bangladeshi is an adjective here, and it is originated from, or it originates from Bangladesh. Similarly, we can use Indian food, we can use these words are proper adjective because they originate from proper noun. So we can understand what proper adjective is. Proper adjectives are those words which actually originate from proper noun. Then we can go to the next one, that is qualitative adjective. Qualitative adjective is gradable. Qualitative adjective is gradable. That means it has a degree of comparison. It has higher degree. It has the highest degree. So it is gradable. For example, if I say good, I can say better, I can say best. If I say bad, I can say worse, I can say the worst. If I say beautiful, I can say more beautiful, I can say the most beautiful. So it has degree of comparison. So qualitative adjective has degree of comparison. I can say he's a good boy, I can say he's a better boy, I can say he's the best boy in the class, I can say she's beautiful, I can say she's more beautiful, and at the same time I can say she's the most beautiful girl in the class. So it is the qualitative adjective. We can understand qualitative adjective when we can understand that it has a degree of comparison. So now we can go to the quantitative adjective. Quantitative adjective of course refer to an amount, but it does not indicates any specific number. For example, many, some, few, half, full, these are let's say the words which belong to that group quantitative adjective. For I have many friends, I have a few friends, there is some water, and these are called quantitative adjectives. So many, some, few are quantitative adjective. It deals with an amount, but it does not talks about the exact number, and this exact number is expressed by another type of adjective, and this type of adjective is called quantitative adjective. Quantitative adjective again is of three types: cardinal number, ordinal number, and multiplicative. We can say 1, 2, 3, we can say first, second, third, we can say single, double, triple respectively. 1, 2, 3 are cardinal number, first, second, third are ordinal number, and single, double, triple, multiplicative. So I have 5 pens. He stood first in the exam, or he stood second in the exam. Sakib Al Hasan made a triple century. These are the examples of numerical adjective. Numerical adjective is of 3 kinds: cardinal number, ordinal number, and multiplicative. They of course deals with exact number. And finally we have pronominal adjective. Pronominal adjective again originates from pronoun. Can you remember when I talked about pronoun in a separate video, while I was talking about different kinds of pronouns, that pronoun is of 8 types: personal pronoun, demonstrative, distributive, relative, reflexive, reciprocal, interrogative pronoun, and some pronouns behave like adjective. They can behave like adjective at the same time pronoun too. What is the definition of pronoun? Pronoun replaces noun. That means pronoun sits in the place of noun, but adjective does not replace any noun. Adjective sits before a noun, or before a noun, or after a noun, or after a pronoun, but adjective does not replace any noun or pronoun. For example, if I say this is my building, here this is behaving like a pronoun. But if I say this building, so this has been followed by another noun here. So when a pronoun sits before a noun, and sitting before that noun, if it qualifies that noun, it is called the pronominal adjective. So we have demonstrative adjective, we have distributive adjective, we have interrogative adjective, we have possessive adjective. Possessive adjective is one of the many kinds of personal pronoun. For example, my, your, his, her, their, its adjective because they shows ownership. This is my building, this is her book, this is their building. So her, their, my, our, these are called possessive adjective. This building, that building, those books, that book, these, here, these, that, those, these are called demonstrative adjective. And then we have distributive adjective. Each boy in this class is meritorious. Every student in this class is meritorious. So here each and every are followed by other nouns, and that is why they are behaving like adjective. So they are called distributive adjective. And then we have interrogative adjective. Interrogative adjective again sits before a noun, and sitting before that noun they qualify that noun and behave just like an adjective. For example, which pen do you want? Here pen has been qualified by the WH question which, so it is behaving like an adjective. So we have possessive adjective, we have demonstrative adjective, we have distributive adjective, and we have interrogative adjective. Through this lecture I talked about what adjective is, that adjective qualifies noun and pronoun, and then I have also talked about the placement of adjective, where adjective sits actually. Adjective sits before and after a noun, and sitting before after a noun it simply qualifies that noun, but adjective cannot sit before a pronoun. Adjective only sits after a pronoun, and sitting after that pronoun it qualifies that particular pronoun. And finally I have talked about various types of adjectives. For example, proper adjective, I have talked about qualitative adjective, I have talked about quantitative adjective, numerical adjective, and finally the pronominal adjective. So hope that you have understood the lecture properly. Thank you very much for watching this video. Take care. Thank you.